Okay. How long have you taught third grade? Have you taught any other grades?
I have taught third grade for 11 years.
Ooh.
And yes, I've taught kinder, first, second, third, fourth, and fifth.
Wow, you're all over the place.
Mostly first and third.
Good. Okay, so over that course of your teaching years, have you noticed any shifts or changes with kids and how they test?
Yeah, they're tested to death in third. Actually, they're tested to death in first, too. I mean, those are two formative years. How they test, is that your question?
Yes. Have you noticed how, like, a shift in their, like, demeanor, behavior?
Oh, it's stressful before they even get to you. They're already like, I dread the test.
Mm-hmm.
At the first or third grade, you hear that so many times. I'm like, y'all haven't even seen it.
That's now. When you taught second, did you ever mention testing to them?
No.
Like coming up?
No, and I don't as a third grade teacher. It's like every other day. Guys, I've prepared you for this. You're ready.
Yeah.
Just do the best you can do. Pass or fail, it does not matter.
Interesting.
And I do say that.
Yeah.
I said it to my own children too, so yeah.
Okay, so with that, do you think the EOGs or state testing is a true reflection of the knowledge that they are taught during the school year, or even of
No.
your teaching?
No, neither one, really. It might be one component of it, but there are so many other data points that you can pull that from. And I don't think that you get as much from data as you do from the classroom teacher. I think they are a big component of knowing and the knowledge of the learner.
Yeah,
Computer programs do not tell you how a student is.
that's a true story. But it's hard how can you merge that so that the higher beings can gather that?
It's accountability.
Yeah.
For the teacher, for the school, for the district. I mean, somewhere they've got to be held accountable, but unfortunately the students are at stake for that.
Yeah, that's a true story. Okay, so with that, do you feel that how you teach do you teach to the test, or do you teach to the student, or?
It's harder to teach to the test in North Carolina than other states I've taught in because they don't give you as many release tests. I can only find usually one or
Now
two.
the other states offered.
Virginia, you had them for every year.
Really?
So I definitely taught to the test because that's the game.
Yeah.
They've got to see it. They've got to know how to answer the questions. But not in Carolina. Carolina's just different.
Interesting.
So I check off my standards in Carolina.
Yeah. Okay. Well, okay. So we kind of touched on this. Do you notice the stress levels from tests?
I do.
And do you notice a difference between tests that you give just over material that you've covered versus the state testing?
My informal and formal tests are not stressful at all. I've taught it, you know it, show me.
Yeah.
You know, I give exit tickets after every lesson, so that's another ego builder is you've passed those. You're going to pass this test. But with the state test, with it being cumulative for a third grade level, that's tough.
That is very true.
Because of stamina, because you're mixing up strands and standards, and
it's hard to prepare them for that big stamina.
They're
right.
They're 8.
Yeah. Okay, so to wrap it up, do you have any thoughts or ideas to replace EOGs, or do you think that continuing EOGs is best practice?
Oh, that's a tough question. I think that it could be more like the check-ins we do in North Carolina, as opposed to a big EOG, end of grade type thing.
Yeah.
You could piece it together from all of the check-ins as opposed to one big test.
Yeah.
At this age. I get the end of course for older kids, and they're mature enough to handle it.
Yeah, I kind of like that. I mean, I guess you need with the EOGs to make sure that they know all the things, but at least with those check-ins,
it's broken.
It's broken up and it's fresh on their minds and the things and yeah. Okay. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.